Hello, Greth, and welcome to one of my Vidreps. This time we have Destination, Melee, of course, and yeah, so sent to me by someone who's played his second game with a race he's played. I'm not going to quite reveal who sent me the replay, but anyway, we have Mike Pence, the Vice President, I believe, of the United States, and then we have, or is that wrong? I don't care. Anyway, good luck and have fun, written out. And then a response. So yes, very, very well behaved. Okay, and then we have beige Brodas, which is the ugliest color for the worst race, which is fine. And that's the GMT. So, now. Now I'm just gonna say, GMT sent me this because I have to say things about him. I don't know if he won or lost, but he was really interested in me casting this game, so probably wonderful things happen. But yeah, so there is introduce me as the worst player to ever have GM level ZVT in Starcraft 2. This is his second game as Protoss in Brood War, and his first PvT. The Destination is the perfect map to play the matchup on, because I feel like in the history of professional Starcraft and regular Starcraft as well, that's the only matchup I've ever seen on this map. So yeah, that's good. Now it isn't, because I can distinctly remember Hydralisks running around on this map. But still, it's PvT is the dreariest of matchups, so they take the longest and they take root within your psyche the most. So yeah, okay, we've got a supply depot, we have barracks, that's all great. So who's GMT? I have to, what is it? No, I'm not going to say that you're the greatest arena FPS caster ever to live. Because that's not true. That's me, then Langlois, then several other people, and I'm probably... No, you're not on that list. Anyway, yeah, so that's tired and predictable, yes, of course, but not for my audience. They don't know who you are and don't give a shit who you are. So I've been playing... well, after I did the whole tribes thing, I ended up in the waste pool of computer games, which is Quake, and of course try to cast that, try to boost the renaissance at the time. There's so many arena FPS games coming out and then fizzling out and fading into nothingness, until of course now Quake Champions is being worked on, but it's a horrible turd of a game for many reasons. But everyone we know in the arena FPS scene is gonna have to be involved with it because there's money involved, and all the old players are also forced to play it because they have to, right? They can make actual money playing this game, which is still terrible. Why is it terrible? Not because we're grizzled nostalgia-eating veterans, but no, because we never stopped playing those games, so it's not nostalgia. It's abject fact. But, you know, oh well. Good. I'm not gonna go into that. There's things being researched in cybernetics cores, as they have also been doing for almost 20 years now. I hate the fact that they released remastered not on the 20th anniversary, because you always have to say almost 20 years, almost, it's 19 years, it's not quite 2 decades. It's really annoying, because then you of course get the whole, yes, but it's not exactly blah 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 blah. Well, you know what, fuck it. Fuck it, the beta, the alpha was in 1997. Okay, so there you go. The Starcraft has existed for 20 years. Not everyone's playing it yet, but there you go. So, is that an adequate rant for a game that GMT is playing? I think so. Regardless, so whether or not I'll still be trying to get involved in the whole arena FPS scene, well, I am technically still working on a game on my own with a team. Well, I'm not really working on it. I'm the map designer and all that, so I'm part of that team. So yeah, I am probably going to try and get involved with Arena FPS once. I don't know. We'll see what Remasters gives us. This is still very much a hobby for me. So yeah, we have pylons being built, and we have mines. Yet no vultures being, well, one vulture. So that's always nice. Also, stacking up 2 tanks is a good thing, especially when you're already banking 200. My god, he must have fucked something up, and his supply depot is right about ready. Then that's good. There's a Dragoon. Actually, more than one Dragoon. Going to try and see what the fuck's up. It's going to meet a non-siege tank and a non-mined front. That's good. The range is done. Yes, it is. Pew pew. And oh god, it's a tank. Run away. Good. As is law. No damage, actual damage done. Oh, there's a kill here. That's probably an SCV. Now the mines are there. Tanks are going to hope. Well, they're not going to siege quite yet, but they're going to be able to do a couple of pot shots. Don't do that. That's the stupid thing to do. Oh, well, a damaged spider mine for your troubles. Yeah, move out. I think it's safe. That tank might... Yeah, that red tank has range. Run away. But you now clearly know that his siege timing is somewhere odd. So, 3/4 of the way done. Okay, fantastic. Maybe, you know, bank on that loss of a... Well, 1.5 Dragoons, because that one's half dead. But alright, fine. Well, mine's being... Bob, that's not a command center, but this SCV has plans. And the plan is to use some of that 700 minerals he's banked. People, if you manage to go over 1,000 minerals in the first 10 minutes of play, there's something very wrong. So we have an expansion, but we also have something others. We have something other that is silly. We actually speed on all that. Okay, cool. So the shuttle is moving out. Nothing in there, though. Usually it's, you know, either a Dragoon or anything and not being spotted by the vultures that are being whizzing past. But I don't think he's actually noticed that because he's too intent at staring at his building command center and not doing anything at all. At that stage, well, no, maybe. Again, you don't stack, you build another factory. With this kind of money, you build the other factory. You're expanding, you're going to have an increase in production. But that's okay. We have a idle shuttle here that's going to take a pot shot at the 3 SCVs being built. How about building SCVs while the command center is building so, you know, you have some extra when the actual thing hits. Don't worry, now you have an opportunity to minion all of them back to there. But there's not anything there yet. Okay, cool. That was a nice little poke. Now... And he's coming back for more. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, he does get a kill. Oh, that could have been so much worse. Not much. Not much. But gee, no, don't deal with the shuttle before you give him a fucking buffet. Don't worry, no. There's mines. You realize mines? This is why you bring either the Zealot or the Dragoon, because now you're going to drop the Reaver right on the... You're going to drop it right on there. Yeah, you want to. There's a tank there, by the way. Oh, outside of range. That's good, yes. No! Everything is fine. So you know there's a mine there now, right? So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 around there. Okay. Let's click randomly. Actually, these tanks are quite well spaced. So yeah, let's fuck off. Let's see. There's nothing here yet, though, but the turret is waiting for you. Maybe go back home. You know, you did some damage, which is good. He's not building any ECVs at all. Well, here, but, you know, he's not replacing his losses. There's nothing to bomb here, dude. There is nothing to bomb here, except, oh yeah, just run some... Oh! That was neat. Ah, I should have clicked that. Oh, wait. I can't see. And he's stuck there. Well, momentarily. Let's see. 9 kills on that one. Okay, cool. And these guys have not run into the mines yet. Is he going to do any... Oh, he actually managed to evacuate. Yeah, you can't shoot over, which is, you know, sad. Maybe? No. It's not going to work. Tank is there now. Good. So, Mr. Terran, what have you been doing? Banking 1,000 gas. That's good. Perhaps, you know, this is what I keep saying this, but I'm, you know, continuously build workers. Never stop. Yeah, what was that explosion? Was that was the death of the Reaver, I guess. Yeah, that was the death of the Reaver. I didn't think he'd be so stupid as to go back there, but there you go. Siege tanks are most definitely in effect right now. Yeah, I'll lose the shuttle as well. Bring him a false sense of security, right? And there's a vulture here. That's cool. That was... Judging from what the Terran has been doing, successful, I guess, because there's quite a few Dragoons here. The macro's been good. Air quotes on all of this. When I say anything is good, it's relative to the match, okay? Not to the history of Starcraft, please. There are observers here now, which don't matter. Oh wow, okay, that siege tank helped a little bit. You do realize those tanks have been there. They killed your Reaver. So there might be a good incentive for the Terran to still keep them there. Also, the lack of zealots is going to rip your dragoons a new one. This vulture is being a little annoying. No, he's not actually. Not even failing that. So yeah, the thing about this, the destination, right, is that it's a turtle Terrans. Tropical. No. Turtle Terrans. There's no. Tremendous. They're really happy on this map. I'm going to be thinking about a tea now. Anyway, we have starports. Are you going to do anything with the starports? You're going to research speed on the vultures. You didn't have any? Yeah, oh, okay. Well, you haven't really built any vultures because you have true fucking factories. Ah, yes. So, please. This one's still here. Still haven't fired a shot. Oh, that must be... It's like right outside. Oh, wow. Is it not in range? Oh, we can't see. Lol. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why you usually bring a building or something. Or maybe a scan. Do you have a scan? Do you even have an academy? Perhaps. Perhaps that might be good. Anyway, yeah, there we go. An observer. You know, or that floating barracks that's now going to get pointlessly pushed aside by the lagoon. Anyway, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. To move the siege tank. There we go, give him vision. Oh, learn from this. The barracks gives me vision, perhaps. I can do a similar thing here and be mildly annoying. Actually, the funny thing is, if this guy were to retreat, he would find a completely unprotected natural. And there's a third air coming up here now as well. There's a, I don't know, this is a little bit the reverse of what should be happening here. There's the Protoss containing the Terran trying to move out, where really it should be the Terran crawling across the map at a stupid... Why? Why did you lose those guns? I don't know. But yeah, so we have a dropship, however. Oh, the zealots are going back home. Why exactly? Oh, they're going back. Oh, he clicked them on the shuttle, and now they want to go in the shuttle. And yeah, okay. Oh, there's all kinds of things here. The players have not really interacted, have they? Terran has gone into turtle mode. Finally! Building another factory. Prepping some kind of drop at one point, but going to be overtaken by idle dreams. Oh, there's gateways here because clearly this base isn't spacious enough. There's these things. He's going to do some kind of drop. He didn't really need to do a drop. Maybe he could just try and push out of his natural and destroy everything everywhere in 2004. Was it 2009? I will destroy everything in 2009. Did Savior say that? Yeah. Zealot's still not able to jump cliffs at this point. But Remastered will change that, I'm hoping. Anyway, so there we go. Bit of a bamboozle. Going from the back instead of the front. Actually, wow, okay. That was a good one. Actually making it difficult. And really laying waste to this. Doing a lot of damage here. This is a much larger armory, of course, because we did only have 2 dropships. But that was a lot of damage done. And now, losing the shuttle to the turret, of course. But, ooh. If they take out a tank here, that'll be fine. They do. Maybe 2. Not quite. But hey, good effort here from Terran. Now forcing all of this out of his front door here to defend, which maybe 2 cannons could have prevented, but alright. There is some upgrading going on. Oh, and there's High Templar here now. At this stage, you would expect a large army from Terran, but he's got 81 supply to 142 because he refuses to build fucking production buildings. And miners and workers at that point. So yeah, okay. Somehow, Terran needs to do more than just silly little drops. He needs to push forward and take claim of the map, because currently it's a 4-base Protoss against a 2-base Terran. Also, oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's funny how Terran's managing to stave off total annihilation with 4 tanks. Well, 3 tanks, really. There's another push coming here to the unprotected. Well, there is one photo cannon in the back now, which makes it really easy for these vultures to go in the front. Lol. Yeah, there was supposed to be no contest here. There's a couple of tanks positioned on these. But yeah, if you push through, right, ignore these, go through this bridge over here, there's not much that stops Protoss from destroying this. There's a lot of tanks that are well positioned, but there's no decisiveness in the push here. There's, see, Zealots being kited, goons in the back, Templars not really knowing where the fuck they're supposed to be going, and yeah, nice compartmentalized attacks is a heaven for these tanks, because they have killed by about 11. So 15 units just on these tanks, 7 on this one, 1 on this, but like now we've got to push, because now all the Zealots are gone and Archon's forming for some reason, because they're really good at siege tanks. Yeah. Good. Because they only do 100% of the damage onto shields, so... Because this is a pitiful little push. But it is going to do damage. There's a lot banked here now, but hopefully that... Oh, we've got Arbiters now. That's going to be interesting. Got another push. We don't know why you're here. You would expect a base, yes. There is a command center here, though. And not a lot of SCVs again. But somehow, you know, 3,000 resources in the bank. And 5 factories. My god, look at that. 108 supply to, I didn't see. Yeah, catching up. That's the thing though with Terran armies. If you're positioned well and your opponent doesn't know how to play the game, then they can be quite cost effective, the Terran units. So okay, it may be land. It's quite important to have a third base 17 minutes in. So I'd really suggest to land this and get the fucking move on. But alright, got more vultures. This is the thing though that Terran can do. Very inexpensive little raids with vultures getting really stupid returns. So yeah, vultures still. Probes are expensive. Oh, and yeah. Damage all over. Because you can see on the minimap it looks like Terran owns the fucking shop, yeah? But that's not necessarily true. You've got all of these are mines. Yeah? These mines, and just a couple of tanks and vultures. Now, in the meantime, this is being dropped, however. That's good. And this is gonna, you know, do some damage. The Arbiter is going to do an anemic 4 damage to, a bit more than 4 damage, but... Oh, no, there's a goon here now, so... Okay. Meanwhile, these Valiant Zealots are cleaning up the minefield by themselves. Let's see how that goes. They didn't even kill the 4 HP Vulture. That's just sadness. Oh, it turned around. So this gets cleaned up. A little bit of damage there, but not quite significant. A lot more Vultures here going back and forth. Now, I finally has landed. This is the thing, though. He can do as much damage as he wants. If he's not going to come ahead economically, then the fuck, you know... Now this gets pointed out. This hasn't even started. This should have been operational 15 minutes ago, but alright. The minefield is making it difficult. There's no protection on these tanks. Just a couple of Zealots with a good push. Cleaning these mines with goons and an observer. I know it's boring, but it needs to be done. Because it's silly that this is so successful. Anyway, we've got the command center here. Yeah, is being destroyed, and the Arbiter as well, because You know, let's not take care of the most expensive unit in the fucking game. Barring maybe a carrier with full equipment, but, you know, 350 gas and nothing to snuff at. Don't huff it either. But, again, you know, pointlessness. Absolute pointlessness. And, you know, okay, there's a recall in the base, losing the Arbiter to it, but there we go. What is this going to achieve? Scant little, I'm afraid. But hey, again, forcing the Terran to go more turtle mode because he still had all of these tanks. He has like half his army scattered around his base. Successfully, because, you know, finally, these zealots are going to take care of these tanks here in the middle. Sort of. And there's no presence now. Because that's the thing. Okay, fine. The glass cannons have been cleaned up in the mid here. Not quite getting rid of all the mines, which still can do a lot of damage here, but yeah. There's no more probes here. There's a couple of probes here. I know. Perhaps, you know, make some more cannons, try the, but you can't really block this off because it's awful. But yeah, no. And yeah, there's still quite a bit. Everything is scattered. Nobody has a plan. Everyone's all over the fucking place. And it is difficult for Protoss to get a handle on it. Hey, another recall of straight into the tank line. You should have known about these. Come on. You clearly knew about these when you recalled this way and got destroyed by them, and now you recall that way and get destroyed by them. I mean, something about, you know, fool me once and all that, but alright. Don't worry, the Arbiter's on the case. 6 shots, I think it requires. Oh dear. Right, so some... That was unnecessary. But right, so we have a bit of a Protoss force here now. Braving the... oh, come on. Braving the mines one by one. Does Terran have a plan yet? I mean, he clearly realizes that part of the strategy that he's read about Destination is to take the middle, which he sort of did. But the reason for it, this is the danger with reading guides and being an idiot, is that, okay, I take the middle. To expand 3 times. Yeah. That was not a bad stasis, unless he loses the Arbiter. There's some more. Yeah, sending the Templar first is always a good idea. They are not being targeted, so it doesn't matter. Target then, of course, the turrets instead of the units being damaged. Goodbye, 11 kill siege tank. You were there far too long. I don't know why. By the way, High Templars do trigger mines. Good, now he is taking that base again. Sadly, however, his little container in the middle has been destroyed. Well, it's occupation in the middle, should I say. There's another expansion going on here. Now, funny thing, there's still 1,007 in the bank. I don't know how he does it. He's been really cost effective, I think. Or the other way around. Wow. Okay, still managed to kill 2 goons coming out. Oh, God. Okay. Now, once more. Oh, God, this is going to be really painful. There's EMP, there's detection, there's far too much here now. Oh. Yeah, it's a tough shell to crack. But usually, you don't have to. Because you can starve him out. You know? If you're at this stage, you could starve him out. But somehow, yeah... I mean, he's getting more. He's mining again. He's magically creating resources. He's not mining from anywhere else, but it's natural. But he didn't have that many SEVs. He's been cost effective. Listen, not by choice, all right? He's been cost effective because of how awful he played, because he didn't have that many SEVs, had a lot of them killed, so his bases lasted longer. And now he's banged because he's been really cost effective in the mid, because GMT's been throwing units at him the entire fucking time. Anyway, now we have the first decisive attack. Here's the fun bit. He needs to be smart about this, because now, of course, There's going to be units coming in here. These tanks are unprotected. Now the Goliaths are, of course, outside of... No, they're not even doing that, are they? So the tanks are going to get cleaned up. The Goliaths should have been here, or here, depending on where the attack was going to come from. But no, Zealots allowed to take care of the Zealots. The Zealots are taking care of the Zealots and the tanks, yes. Storm is being used to some degree. More Zealots, and this is going to be, however, painfully, horribly executed. It is going to get cleaned up. Anyway, but at the cost of a base. That's good, except there's 2 more. 3 more, actually. A lot of cannons on this one. But yeah, so now, not even mining gas from this one. Doesn't really, yeah, no, actually needs it. Actually needs gas. Might want to, oh no, a single Zealot is preventing that expansion from going up. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason. Where's the explosions happening? Okay, so another push. Don't even try this. He has used all of these units to attack, and he's completely undefended here. But still very fond of losing these Zealots here. Very fond of losing Zealots to these siege tanks. There's, well. No, reinforcements here. I hope GMT at this point realizes that this is the final base. Even though there's still 2,000 minerals in the bank, it doesn't matter because he's not really producing any units, is he? Well, he kind of is. A fifth of his production is not being utilized, but okay. Oh, there we go. Sorry. He was waiting for the gas. He doesn't have gas. Does he realize now that he needs an extractor, I wonder? So again, oh my god, it's a storm on the hero tanks. One survives. How did that High Templar even get there? Oh, I know, because he's using this bridge and not that bridge. Small things, little things. Ooh, barracks being constructed. Is he building a gas yet? No, he doesn't realize he needs gas. He's not even mining gas there. Well, he has actually, yeah, 1 SCV mining there. Good. Why are we here? Why am I doing this? Good. So now, some realization. There is a conscious effort to storm this base here. There's a conscious effort to defend it as well. Somehow, brains are churning. Maybe, perhaps, you know, perhaps, use some of the units you have at your disposal to defend the only base you have. And at no stage dare build more workers. Because there's a false sense of security. Because look at that. The guy's, he's got no minerals in the bank. He's such a fucking noob. He's got nothing bank. And he's mining from so many bases. Look at that. Throwing, oh god. Throwing unit after fucking unit. That's a slightly well-defended terrain. Good stasis here. But again, you're engaging him where he has high ground advantage, positional advantage, everything. There are some units that finally made it across the fucking bridge. They are now going to destroy the base, so it's pointless. Oh good, SCVs, then you don't have to build them anymore because your base is mined out. So please send them over here. Before they get destroyed by a single storm, probably. Or don't try to... What in fuck's name is happening here? There's so much value in these units. It's incredible. Look at that! What are you doing? Where are you? Where are you? Finally destroying these tanks. And taking down the mineral. Taking out the... Yeah, there we go. The storm is there. The storm actually happened. That one time that the storm didn't really matter. It did happen. But no, taking out the natural, finally, 29 minutes into the game. It's been open like this. With the same amount of units, you could have done this the entire fucking game, except that 1.20 rallied all of his units there to get them killed there because his positioning was shit. That's the irony of this whole thing. His positioning has been good by force of not knowing any better, surrounding his fucking base in tanks, and you ramming your forces in there. The one time that position actually mattered, he fucked up. So, this survival has been a fucking fluke. EMP on the wrong side because he didn't really see, even though this is a detector and he could see the... Oh, there we go. That's a better one. Oh no, missed. Missed 2 of the Templar, but that's alright. See, there's no need for you to break this. Yeah? There is a... You could go and Arbiter drop on this and lose everything again. They did use those tanks now. But there's no need for you to break this. You'll need to break this because that's his only mining base. Somehow still having 1,000 minerals in the bank because you keep ramming your units into his static defense. And he's getting by with scant little resources and actual need to build units. You see. This is very painful. There's also 3 bases that he should have taken. Or at least attempted to take. But he doesn't need to. Now finally some banked off of the 1, 2, 3, 4 mining bases still here. Now again, he's got this opening to go around roving. This base completely unprotected if he notices it. His micro isn't that bad. He doesn't have, I don't know, any grasp of why he should do things. So this is going to get wasted. Completely unprotected, and now forcing you to run through a minefield, yeah. That could have been so much worse. See? Honestly. It's hard, right? It's your first PvT. I know this. But I'm just saying. Because now there's a battle going on there. This is going to get cleaned up. Okay, great. But it's just funny how difficult it is. I mean, he's doing well with the resources he has. Because now, again, these mines are just going to wreck your shit, aren't they? And again, a mild setup. Getting caught here. All the zealots are gone. Retreat. It's over, right? I mean, in your case, I would even consider investing in a scout to just try and take care of the mines before you go in. But yeah, it's the goons. Yeah, barrel through with some zealots, but don't send large groups of zealots in because they get caught. Aww. The Arbiter's supposed to stasis the tanks in the back line so the zealots can move in, drag the mines. But that's the thing. They're not making it because you're forcing the zealots to stop and attack. They should be move commanded to the back line so the mines do the work for you. You don't attack with the zealots. The zealots are fodder. It's the goons that do the attacking and attempting to snipe the tanks, and the vultures only die through collateral damage mostly. That's the way to do it. Here, you're getting stopped in the minefield trying to deal with the minefield, but the minefield is what should be working towards for you. And again, an attack here. 4 kills, 8. Yeah, enough. And he's doing damage. He's dead, right? Compared to Protoss here, Terran is clinically dead. But still managing. Because the turtle can't be cracked. Because it is a difficult technique, and Terran is doing well in that respect. But it seems unfair. As a Protoss player, I can understand it seeming very unfair, this matchup. All those... Oh, look at that. 2 vultures. All those fucking tanks. Pro cannons. And yeah. Also reaction time, you know. I mean, I understand you're doing different things, but... Even expanding there, man? Really? That's BM. That's just BM. I heard something die. Hey, this is actually... Look at this. 1 mining bay. Not a many probes mined. Not a lot of bank. A lot of probes dead here. Some probes here. These attacks are doing something. He's still got 900 in the bank, still mining from the same fucking base, which I think is incredible. To have... I don't know. This anemic understanding of everything StarCraft, but not quite applying it. How can you, you know, be so scrappy with the units, be so on top of the micro, but not in the positioning, not in the macro, and not in the economy. I consider macro and economy different. They're separate things, because he doesn't... Look at all the space he has here. This should have been filled with... completely filled with units. With factories, I mean, to produce the units. Another recall here, which is... yeah, not that great. Finally taking out that tank. 35 minutes in. Finally taking care of that one tank. Incredible. And that's 3 goons and a zealot. Doing what exactly? Shutting down the Terran production, except maybe not quite. This is still in the middle. These guys are still standing there. Some coherent thought, some coherent attack must be performed. How is this tank even here? There's goons everywhere, so that tank probably went along somewhere. Shutting down, effectively shutting down this. So... Finally, yeah, okay, tank taken care of. Still mine with the same amount of SCVs. Not a single SCV has been produced to try and do something. He is mining gas, though. I'm really happy about that. He must realize that was, yeah, okay. Nice EMP on the item Y. Okay, he's gonna try and push. He realizes this should have been his. He's claiming what is rightfully his. There we go. And that's a beautiful stasis. Yeah, with so many freaking arbiters. The arbiters are starting to become an offensive force. That's what's happening here. However, yeah, not much being produced. Finally! Finally realizing he needs more resources. This is the problem with people who get a bank, who play people who get a bank. In the first few minutes of the game, you've got 1,000 minerals, so you never realize the urgency of your economy. Yeah? Of reinforcing your economy. That's the problem here. There's more things happening, more... Wow, okay, wow. How did that guy survive? Again, try one... Wow, okay. Where's that from? Oh, no. D-Matrix, the wrong one, mate. This is being attacked. Yeah, those got killed. Finally doing some minesweeping here. Actually, doing a good push here. Time to bring the tanks. Reinforcements. A lot of damage. And yeah, that's how easy it is to defeat tanks, guys. Just move command them in there. Don't let the zealots stop for the vultures or the mines. Just ram them the fuck in there. This base, though, is going to get reclaimed. It's not going to get taken out. And there's just too many bases around. I wonder how much he actually sees. I mean, he's got an idea, I think, right? Seems GG. Wow. Cold. Oh, you were still typing. You can't tell. Was that sarcasm or was that genuine surprise? That... I don't know. If you would have paused at any stage to build up a significant force and chosen a target instead of having this incessant stream of units, then you probably would have broken him, because he didn't have the capacity to reinforce after a large defeat, because you constantly pushed. He didn't have to, you know, he could also trickle in his units. You were losing far more, because I want to see. Jesus Christ. 500 units produced. Actually, he did produce an equal amount, which is incredible. But he killed 400 of your 500. Those 100 difference, I think, are just the probes. Well, probes did get killed a lot as well. But Jesus, look at that cost of... Look at that! That's... Sometimes... And this is difficult for StarCraft 2 player to understand. You can do a lot with very few units. Even if you have the default economic advantage. He had 2 bases. He had fucking 2 bases for half of that game. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't always matter. That it has to matter a lot. But yeah, that was a puzzling game. It was just never ending, wasn't it? Jesus. Anyway, thank you GMT for sending me this replay, and I'll never do it again. Fucking hell.